How to get to Positano if you are staying in Positano. There are lots of ways to get there. There are only two different ways that I recommend. These are the only two ways I would ever arrive to Positano, and therefore, of course, the only two ways I recommend you arrive in Positano. If you are wondering, what about XYZ? If it's not one of these two options, then I don't recommend it. If you are arriving via plane, you'll want to fly into Naples, Italy, and then you will hire a private driver from there. If you will be arriving via train, I have two different options for you. The first is you can take a train to Naples and hire a private driver. This is by far the easiest way. They will pick you up at the train station and take you directly to your door or as close to your door as possible in Positano, depending on where you are staying. It is the pricier option, but it is by far the easiest and least stressful way to get there. This is the way I always arrive and depart Positano now that I am an adult. When I was much younger, 10 years ago, I would do the cheaper option, which I'll talk about in a minute. But travel days are long and often very stressful, so I highly recommend, if you are trying to avoid a headache, just hiring a private driver. The second option, if you're trying to save some money or you are on a budget, is to take the train to Salerno instead and then arrive via ferry. The reason I recommend taking the ferry from Salerno is because the train station is walkable to the ferry station, so you can just get off the train, walk over to the ferry port, hop on the ferry, and arrive in Positano. This is very affordable, but it is a bit of a pain. That is because Positano is a cliffside village, so when you arrive, you will arrive at the very bottom of the cliff and you will have to get all the way up to your hotel. It's also very overwhelming because if you've heard about the crowds in Positano, the crowds in Positano are at the ferry port. So when you get there, there's gonna be a billion people. It's gonna be a little overwhelming. The good news is though, you can hire a luggage porter. If you need a recommendation, go to the video before this one. Make a reservation with the luggage porter. They will transport your luggage for you to your hotel. You will still need to get yourself to your hotel, and depending on how high up you are staying, it can be a bit of a trek. So definitely don't try to dress cute or anything weird. Just wear sneakers, wear like a travel day outfit, because especially in summer when it's really hot, it's gonna be a pain. If you need recommendations for a private driver, you go to my profile and click right here, ckanani.com/TikTok. That will take you to all the recommendations for everything I talk about here on TikTok, and then scroll down until you see private driver/taxi. Click on that and that will give you a bunch of different options. Again, it is quite pricey. The Amalfi Coast is a luxury destination, but a private driver is worth every dollar and more. So that is my #1 recommendation.